what we had covered in the last lecture, we had covered some important points regarding carboxylic acid. We had covered the classification of carboxylic acids. Then we had covered the nomenclature of carboxylic acid. Then we had covered the effect of substituents on acidity of carboxylic acids. Okay. Now, after that, we had covered the physical properties of carboxylic acids. Now we have to cover the chemical properties also. Chemical properties of, we can say that the chemical reactions of carboxylic acids. Which type of reactions carboxylic acid will participate in which type of reactions. So, if you see the structure of carboxylic acid, you may find carboxyl group, RCOOH group. So this COH group, if you see this COH group, you may find it is a combination of C double bond O and OH group. Okay. So while considering this functional group, here you may find some sites. So if you see this C double bond O, the oxygen which is present in the carbonyl group, it is electron rich. Okay. So due to electron rich oxygen, electrophiles will target this oxygen. Okay. So electrophiles such as protons will attack on this position. So protons, which is a positive charge moiety, and what is the property of electrophiles? Electrophiles are electron loving. Okay, so whenever they find any center where they find uh, high electron density, so they may attack on that center. Okay, so now the next to this is the carbon of carbonyl group. So this is electron deficient. Okay, so due to this electron deficiency, nucleophiles will attack on this center. There may be nucleophilic reactions on this carbon atom. Next to this is your oxygen atom, which is present in the which is a part of the OH group, and next to this is your hydrogen atom. Okay, so simultaneously hydrogen will loss from this oxygen atom, and carboxylate ion will form. So we will see some examples of chemical reactions that carboxylic acids is your initial compound, and you may synthesize some important derivatives with the help of this carboxylic acid. Okay. So the first important reaction of your carboxylic acid is reaction of carboxylic acid with sodium bicarbonate, the weak base. So see the example here, the last reaction here. So initial compound is your benzoic acid. This is an example of carboxylic acid, and this is the reaction of carboxylic acid with sodium bicarbonate. So after seeing this reaction, what is the conclusion? Conclusion is that after reacting with weak base, what you may find? You may find formation of a salt. Okay, so you may find sodium salt of your carboxylate ion or sodium salt of your benzoic acid is known as sodium benzoate. So this is the typical reaction of your carboxylic acid with weak base. Sodium salt will form. If we see the next reaction, this is the reaction of your carboxylic acid with strong base. So see the example here. Your initial compound is your benzoic acid. Here we can use NaOH as a strong base. Again, you may find similar product. What you are getting, you are getting a sodium salt of carboxylic acid. So example is your conversion of benzoic acid to sodium benzoate. So in both of this reaction, you may find the formation of sodium salt of your carboxylic acid. So this is the first category of reactions. Then reaction of your carboxylic acid with diazomethane. What is the meaning of diazomethane? Di means two, azo means nitrogen containing compound. Okay, and what is the moiety here? The moiety is B. So a methane on which two nitrogens are there, it is known as diazomethane. Okay, see the structure of this compound. Diazomethane is CH2N2. Okay, so two forms to write this diazomethane is, see the next line. We can write down diazomethane in two format. In the first format, nitrogen will get triple bond, and you may find a minus charge on carbon and positive charge on nitrogen. In the second format, there is a double bond between carbon and nitrogen, and both the nitrogen will get charges. Okay, so reaction of your diazomethane with carboxylic acid. So what is the product here? product is the formation of your ester from this reaction. Okay. Here, one cut here. So what is the conclusion of this reaction? Your benzoic acid gets converted into methyl benzoate. This is your ester, okay, methyl benzoate. So 90% of product is your methyl. Here it is 90%. तो ये वाली रिएक्शन से हम लोग को ये चीज़ समझ में आई कि हम लोग एस्टर भी बना सकते हैं हमारे कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड। मैकेनिज्म की तरफ हम लोग जाएंगे नहीं, हम लोग को बहुत ज़्यादा पार्ट कवर करना है, तो इसमें आप लोग में कवर करना, आपको कुछ कंफ्यूजन हुआ तो हम लोग इसको देखेंगे। नेक्स्ट इज अगेन esterification reaction of carboxylic acid, but here what we are going to use, we will make this ester with the help of alcohol. We know that if we have the starting material as acid, so we can add alcohol to this acid and we can synthesize ester from this reaction. If we have alcohol as a starting material, then we have to add acid into this and we can synthesize ester from this reaction. Okay, so this is known as acid catalyzed esterification of carboxylic acid. Here your carboxylic acid will react with alcohol molecule. We will use some amount of concentrated sulfuric acid for the catalyst. What is the product of this reaction? You will get the molecule of ester from this reaction. See the example here: butanoic acid plus ethanol, H2SO4 as a catalyst. What we are getting here, the smaller unit will bind to the right side to ester, and this is the methyl ester of your butanoic acid. The name of this compound is methyl butanoate. So again the second reaction where we get the product as ester. Next reaction is the reaction of your carboxylic acid with amines. So what is the product of this reaction? So here also we can synthesize many things from this reaction. Initially you may find that this is the reaction of your carboxylic acid with amine, and what we are seeing that here the product is ammonium salt. See the changes which is occur in your amine molecule. It will accept one hydrogen from your carboxylic acid, and it gets a positive charge. So this is the ammonium salt of your amine. See the next example here. Example is your benzoic acid with diethylamine, a secondary amine. So what you are getting carboxylate ion minus charge and a ammonium salt of your diethylamine. This is the second method where we are going to use some catalyst, DCC. This is the catalyst. Your initial compound is carboxylic acid. This is the reaction of your carboxylic acid with primary amine. Okay, primary or secondary amine. So amine molecule plus carboxylic acid plus this reagent 1,3 dicyclohexyl carbodiamide, DCC. So what is the product of this reaction? Product of this reaction is formation of amide and urea. Okay, so what happens to your reagent? Your reagent gets converted into urea, and what happens in your carboxylic acid? Your carboxylic acid gets converted to its derivative. The derivative of your carboxylic acid is amide. Okay, so there is a formation of amide from this reaction. Initially, in the first reaction, what is the product? Product is ammonium salt, and in the second reaction, product is your amide. See the third reaction. What is the third reaction? Okay. Of carboxylic acid with phosphorus pentachloride. Okay, this is one of the important reagent, PCl5, which is also known as Lewis acid. So due to this reagent, there may be chlorination of your starting material. So carboxylic acid gets converted into its derivative. The important derivative of carboxylic acid is acid chloride. So what is the product of this reaction? If we take, for example, acetic acid, so what we will get molecule of acetyl chloride from this reaction. Okay. So here, see the example. Example is your aromatic carboxylic acid, 3,5 substituted, 3,5 dinitro benzoic acid plus PCl5. What you are getting? benzoyl chloride from benzoic acid, or acetyl chloride from acetic acid. This is the reaction. So again, this is one of the important derivative of your carboxylic acid. Next reaction. Reaction of your or conversion of your carboxylic acid to alcohols. Okay. So if we see the preparation of carboxylic acid, so what we had done, we had oxidized the molecule of alcohol. After oxidation of alcohol, what we get? We get the molecule of carboxylic acid. We had used some oxidizing agent in this reaction, and we got the proper carboxylic acid molecule. Opposite to this is this reaction, that is the conversion of your carboxylic acid into your alcohol molecule. Here we use reducing agent instead of oxidizing agent. This is just opposite to that reaction. So here the reducing agent is your lithium aluminum hydride, and what you are getting molecule of. Apart from this lithium aluminum hydride, we can also use some other strong oxidizing agent, for example NaBH4. Okay, so we have the variety of reducing agents also. Okay, so next part is the qualitative test for carboxylic acid. If you have to confirm that the molecule is carboxylic acid, what we can do? So we have to perform some tests. These are basically qualitative tests. So after adding something to your unknown compound, we will observe the smell, or we will observe the color, or we will observe the proper indications what is happening, so that we can confirm that the molecule is your carboxylic acid. Okay. The first important test is your sodium bicarbonate test. Very simple test. If we add any base into our acid, what we actually get, we get effervescence. Okay. There may be evaluation of your carbon dioxide gas. Okay. So it can be easily detected with the help of if you see the test tube, we can see the bubbling in the test tube. Okay. So this is basically evaporation, or effervescence of your carbon dioxide. Okay. So if it is happening, it shows the presence of your carboxylic acid. Okay. First test, it's very simple. Just add is some quantity of your sodium bicarbonate solid. Second test is esterification test. As we know that if we add some alcohol into our acid, carboxylic acid, we will get ester. Okay. So this ester is easily detected with the help of by smelling the compound, by smelling the product of test tube. So you may find a fragrant smell of your ester if it is prepared from this unknown compound. So what we will do, we will add some unknown compound, for example carboxylic acid, then we will add 10 drops of ethyl alcohol, ethanol, or rectified spirit, and we will add some drops of H2SO4 as a catalyst. And if it gets converted into ester, we will see the smell of this test tube, and we can detect that the compound is ester. The next test is fluorescent test. This is basically a dye. Fluorescent is a dye. Okay. So if it form complex with our unknown compound, we will get a green fluorescence. Okay. Fluorescence means a sharp color, or we can say that a shadow of your green color shadow in your test tube. If you observe the test tube, you will find this fluorescence. Okay. So after adding resorcinol and concentrated H2SO4 into your unknown sample, we will hit this test tube, and we will pour this solution into dilute NaOH solution. So what we will get? We will get this green fluorescence that shows the presence of your carboxylic acid. Okay. These three basic tests are there to test the carboxylic acid. After that, we have to check the qualitative test for amide. Amide are basically derivatives of your carboxylic acid. Okay. So this part is also there in your syllabus. We have to cover this important point also. So how to determine that the compound contains amide or not. We will perform some tests. Again, the first test is addition of strong base sodium hydroxide. Okay. So amides, after addition of sodium hydroxide, gets converted into ammonia. Okay. And we can easily predict the smell of ammonia, or we can see that the turmeric paper, the indication of your turmeric paper, it gets converted into red color. Okay. So that shows the presence of your amide. So this is the first test. Second test is hydroxamic acid test. Here we have to use some reagent, hydroxylamine hydrochloride. After adding this reagent, we have to boil the test tube for 5 minutes. We have to cool the test tube. Then we will add few drops of alcoholic solution of ferric chloride. Okay. So that shows the presence of the color bluish red color. So if it is happening, it shows the presence of aliphatic. Okay. Next test is nitrous acid test. Again, your sample, unknown sample, amide plus 2 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid plus 2 ml of sodium nitrite solution. It seems that this is the example of diazotization test. Okay, so some reagents are common in this test. Then, then we will add some drops of hydrogen peroxide. You have to heat this test tube. Then you have to cool. Again, you have to add ferric chloride solution, and we will see blue color as an indication of this test, positive test. So that shows the presence of aromatic amide. Okay, hydroxamic acid test is for aliphatic amide, and hydrogen peroxide test is for aromatic. So these are some tests to predict the presence of amide in your. Then ester, again, this is the derivative of your carboxylic acid. So if you have to predict that the compound is ester or not, we'll perform two tests. Your first test is phenolphthalein test. So what is there here? Your compound water, and we will add 2 drops of phenolphthalein and dilute NaOH solution drop by drop. It seems yes, this is the acid-base reaction test. Okay, as we had performed some titrations in PA pharmaceutical analysis. So a simple acid-base reaction where we will find there is a change in the color or disappearance of pink color or appearance of pink color. So that shows the presence of your compound. So here what is happening? If your pink color disappear, that shows the presence of your ester. Second test is again hydroxamic acid test. Compound again hydroxylamine and ethanol. Then alcoholic sodium hydroxide solution. You have to heat, cool, and then we have to add acid and FeCl3 solution. If you observe a deep red color, that shows the presence of the. So this we have to remember this test. It may be asking you an examination. Okay. So qualitative test for first carboxylic acid, three tests are there. Reaction of your carboxylic acid with sodium bicarbonate, then with alcohol, and then with fluorescent dye. Second, qualitative test for amine. Again, the first test is reaction base, sodium hydroxide, then hydroxamic acid test, nitrous acid test, and finally hydrogen peroxide test. In case of ester, phenolphthalein test, and hydroxamic acid. So these are some important carboxylic acids. The using structure and uses of this important carboxylic acid. So first is your acetic acid. You have to cover some example which is highlighted in your syllabus. Okay. So this is some data for you. And see the uses also. Different carboxylic acids have different uses. See the structures of this carboxylic acid. Some is monocarboxylic acid, some is dicarboxylic acid. Right? So some are aromatic carboxylic acids. So these are some examples of carboxylic acid. In case of aliphatic, you may find acetic acid, lactic acid, tartaric acid, citric acid, succinic acid, salicylic acid. In case of aromatic, well-known example is your benzoic acid and salicylic acid. Then the ester, benzyl benzoate, then dimethyl phthalate. Again, this is the ester. Then methyl salicylate, this is also ester of your carboxylic acid. These are some examples, structures and uses of your carboxylic acids. Okay. So this is the story of your carboxylic acids. So here we had completed this. chapter carboxylic acid in unit 5. Next is we have to cover unit 4. So we will start the question answer session. I have some images. Is there any queries? Students? So is it visible for you?
Yes, sir.
These are some questions regarding carboxylic acids. The first question is, which of the following is not true regarding carboxylic acids? Option number A, which is not true. Option number A, wait. Option number 1, carboxylic acids with 5 or fewer carbon atoms, quite water soluble. Carboxylic acids are almost completely dissociated in water. Option number C, carbon oxygen bonds of format anion are the same length. And option number D, the carbon atom of formic acid SCOH is sp2 antidense. The answers D, D,
Sir, B.
all options. B, okay.
B. Second option.
Any other answers? So this is correct. Second option is correct because the high molecular weight carboxylic acid will not completely dissociate in water. Okay. So question number 2. What statement regarding carboxylate anions is not true? Number A, the carbon-oxygen double bond is shorter than the carbon-oxygen single bond. B, the carboxylate is more stable than an oxide ion. C, the negative charge is delocalized over both oxygens. And finally, they can be formed by the reaction of carboxylic acids and aqueous sodium bicarbonate.
Sir, C.
C, the negative charge is delocalized over both oxygens.
Yes, sir. C.
We have to predict the false statement. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think if you see the previous question, we will get some hint.
No, sir. Little clearly idea, sir. That's it. C double bond. So minus or plus H plus second.
So here the correct answer is A. See the previous option number C, the carbon-oxygen bonds of the format anion are the same length. Already it has been seen that the length is same. Here in the first option, the carbon-oxygen double bond is shorter than the carbon-oxygen single bond. So this is the opposite to that sentence. That's why this is the false statement regarding this question. So question number 3, vinegar is a number A, 5% solution of acetic acid in water, 25%, 50% or 40%. 40% solution of formic acid in water.
5% solution of acetic acid in water.
It is a dilute solution, right? Any other answers? So this is correct. Vinegar is just a 5% solution of acetic acid in water. It's basically a dilute solution. Next question. The complete hydrolysis of a nitrile gives an acid, an ester, and anhydride, acid halide. That's it?
A. Yes.
Next question. The reaction of a Grignard reagent with carbon dioxide forms. Number A, a ketone with one more carbon than the Grignard reagent. B, a primary alcohol. C, carboxylic acid with one more carbon than the Grignard reagent. And D, a secondary alcohol.
C. Carboxylic acid with one more carbon.
One more carbon. Any other answers?
Sir, C.
C, carboxylic acid with one more carbon. Yeah. So this is the case of your Grignard reaction of your compound carbon dioxide with Grignard reagent. Next question. Next question is, what Grignard reagent is needed to prepare pentanoic acid from the reaction of a Grignard reagent with carbon dioxide? Which Grignard reagent is cited?
C. Butyl magnesium.
C.
Butyl magnesium bromide, correct. This is the correct answer. Question number 7. The interaction that has the greatest effect on the physical properties boiling point, melting point, solubility of carboxylic acid is which type of interaction?
B.
D. Hydrogen.
Type of interaction.
Hydrogen bonding.
Yeah. So it is having both the poles, a negative pole also and a positive pole. What is the negative pole of carboxylic acid? What is the negative pole of carboxylic acid? If we have to dissolve the compound in water, so the carboxylic acid will either share the hydrogens or will accept the hydrogens. Okay. So it will share the hydrogen from OH group, right? And it will accept the hydrogen from which end? C double bond O. The oxygen which is accepting the hydrogens of your water molecule. Okay. That's why it is having a water solubility also. Next point, next question. Which of the following has the highest boiling point?
D. Pentanoic acid.
Again, alcohol, again, alkane, and pentanoic acid, carboxylic. So, correct answer is, yeah, is your D, pentanoic acid, carboxylic acid. Next question is question number 9. Which compound has the highest boiling point? Same question. The examples are your alkane, ether, alcohol, and this is carboxylic.
Alcohol, C.
Alcohols.
Alcohol. If you remember the last lecture yesterday,
Sir, option number D. Acid. कौन सा
see
acid
the
है?
physical. If you see the physical properties of carboxylic acid, let's see the example. So option number D is correct. Carboxylic acid is having
Acetic acid.
carboxylic. Yeah, acetic acid is having highest. Next question. The greater acidity of carboxylic acids compared to alcohols, C, this is the answer, arises primarily from the electron donating effect of the hydroxyl group, the electron withdrawing effect of the carboxyl oxygen, the acidity of alpha hydrogen of carboxylic acids, and D, the resonance stability associated with the carboxylate. Take your time, see all these statements, why they are more acidic than alcohols.
A. Electron donating effect.
Of hydroxyl group, no. Electron donating groups are basically alkyl groups.
Sir, electron withdrawing group, क्योंकि उसमें क्लोरोफ्लोरो मतलब हेलोजन रहते हैं, उसकी वजह से एसिडिटी इंक्रीज होती है.
But group होना लगे दोनों फंक्शनल ग्रुप को कंपेयर करना है. COH और OH दोनों को R लगाएं बराबर है. दोनों में ज़्यादा एसिडिक कौन सा है आपका? कार्बोक्सिलिक। तो ग्रुप में कुछ ना कुछ होंगी बात। So the correct answer is your option number D. Resonance stability associated with the carboxylate.
सर रेजोनेंस में स्टेबिलिटी ज्यादा रहती तो उसमें एसिडिटी कैसे इंक्रीज होगी?
जितने ज्यादा रेजोनेटिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स बनेंगे बेसिस पे कंपाउंड उतना ज्यादा स्टेबल रहेगा। और यहाँ पर स्टेबल किसको बोला जा रहा है? कार्बोक्सिलेट आयन को बोला जा रहा है। तो कार्बोक्सिलेट आयन जितना कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड में स्टेबल रहेगा, जितना हम लोग करेंगे उसको स्टेबल, उतना ज्यादा एसिडिक रहेगा आपका कार्बोक्सिलेट। जैसे कि अगर हम लोगों ने इसको लगा लिया इलेक्ट्रॉन विड्रॉइंग ग्रुप, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन विड्रॉइंग ग्रुप क्या करेगा? इलेक्ट्रॉन को पुल करेगा वहाँ से और वो उसको ज़्यादा स्टेबल बना देगा। कभी भी निगेटिव चार्ज वाला ऑक्सीजन है वो, तो अगर हम लोग थोड़ा सा निगेटिविटी कम कर रहे हैं, मतलब पॉजिटिविटी उसकी बढ़ा रहे, थोड़ा स्टेबल उसको करना चाहते हैं, तो वो बेसिस पे उसकी स्टेबिलिटी बढ़ेगी। तो ये इफेक्ट हम लोग को इसमें दिख रहा है कि रेजोनेंस स्टेबिलिटी का दिख रहा है। क्योंकि आप अगर देखेंगे ना कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड को, इसको दो फॉर्मेट में लिखा जाता है। ठीक है, आपने कभी अगर मैं कार्बोक्सिलेट आयन को लिख रहा हूँ RC+O, ओके, और सेकंड वाली स्ट्रक्चर में मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? डबल बॉन्ड ये वाले ऑक्सीजन को ले रहा हूँ और इसका माइनस चार्ज वो वाले ऑक्सीजन को ले रहा हूँ, उसको सिंगल बॉन्ड कर दे रहा हूँ। समझ रहे?
यस सर।
वो बेसिस पे होगा ये। आप चाहे तो मैं आपको स्ट्रक्चर बना के दिखाता हूँ। तो एक फॉर्मेट तो ये रहेगा हमारे पास कि हमारे पास में है आर में कुछ ले रहा हूँ यहाँ पर CH3, ओके, और यहाँ पर C+O रहेगा आपका, और यहाँ पर रहेगा O। ठीक है, अब O को मैं माइनस चार्ज लगा रहा हूँ, ठीक है, दिस इज योर माइनस चार्ज। एक फॉर्मेट तो ये है कि मैं यहाँ पर माइनस चार्ज लगाऊँ और यहाँ पर C+O लिखूँ। सेकंड फॉर्मेट क्या है? सेकंड फॉर्मेट इज मैं यहाँ पर ये डबल बॉन्ड को यहाँ पर शिफ्ट कर दूँ और शिफ्टिंग ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन दिखाऊँ मैं यहाँ पर, और ये वाला चार्ज डबल बॉन्ड इस तरफ आ जाएगा, चार्ज आपका ये जो चार्ज था, चार्ज का चला जाएगा आपका चार्ज चला जाएगा इस तरफ। ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट वाले केस में C+O जो भी स्ट्रक्चर थी हमारी, बाजू वाला ऑक्सीजन माइनस था, सेकंड वाले केस में रेजोनेटिंग स्ट्रक्चर उसकी बन गई। ऐसे कोई भी कंपाउंड जिसमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा रेजोनेटिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स बनती है वो ज़्यादा स्टेबल होते हैं। तो अल्कोहल के कंपेयर में हमारा ये ज़्यादा स्टेबल है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 11, which of the following statements is false about the acid strength of acetic acid? Strength of acetic acid. Acetic acid is a stronger acid than monochloroacetic acid. ठीक है
सर यही गलत है।
पहला वाला ही गलत है।
हाँ
करेक्ट, सही है, सही है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 12, which of the following compounds is the strongest acid? चलो बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है।
सी हाँ हेलो
Why?
ग्रुप अच्छे
इलेक्ट्रो
करने से हाँ पूरा क्या है, स्टेबिलिटी बढ़ जाएगी, इसकी एसिडिटी उसकी बढ़ जाएगी। Which of the following is the strongest acid? Again,
ए
तो यहाँ पर आंसर ही दिया हुआ है।
डी
आंसर इज योर डी।
डी
अरे आंसर दिया हुआ है।
सर डी है
सर बी
अरे आंसर दिया हुआ है, देख लो। दिख रहा है क्या?
हाँ सर दिख रहा है सर।
Question number 14, which of the following is the strong? Again same question. Strongest acid.
सब बी
B, 2-chloro.
बी।
तो तीनों भी केस में क्या हो रहा है, हेलोजन सब्स्टिट्यूटेड है, बट यहाँ पर बॉन्ड एंगल अगर स्ट्रेंथ अगर हम लोग देखें तो बेसिस में हमारा 2-chloro-butanoic acid ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट होता है. Which of the following is the strongest acid in aqueous solution? Aqueous solution.
आंसर दी
डी।
हुआ है.
स्टेबिलिटी है और दिख भी रहा है हम लोग को कि डाइक्लोरो सब्स्टिट्यूटेड है. डेफिनेटली
हाँ.
जितना ज़्यादा
सर
क्लोरो ग्रुप रहेंगे हेलोजन्स रहेंगे उतना ज़्यादा वो स्ट्रॉन्ग.
देखा नहीं.
स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट एसिड अगेन द सेम क्वेश्चन. Which is the strongest acid?
सर डी.
डी. चारों एसिड्स में हो रहा है ये क्या, ट्राई सब्स्टिट्यूटेड है ये वाला. डी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन सेम. Out of these 4 examples, which is most
डी.
डी.
क्या रहे हैं हम? क्वेश्चन नंबर 17 में फ्लोरो की बेसिस पर ये डी आंसर सही देंगे. फाइन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. व्हिच ऑफ द कंपाउंड इज एसिडिक बताना है हम लोग.
सर इसका भी डी.
नहीं, ए होगा ना.
इज एसिडिक बताना है. क्वेश्चन देखो.
ए होगा. ए.
सर क्वेश्चन नंबर 17 ना.
18.
18.
ए होगा सर.
तो यहाँ पर आंसर हमारे पास में है क्वेश्चन नंबर 18 का आंसर इज ए, क्योंकि यहाँ पर सब्स्टिट्यूशन ही नहीं है ना. सब्स्टिट्यूशन नहीं है वो बेसिस पे सिंपल हो जा रहा है थोड़ा.
यस सर.
Which of the following will give acetic acid on acid hydrolysis? ये क्वेश्चन है ना भाई.
रिएक्शन.
ए.
ये तरह से
ए होगा आई थिंक.
ए सर.
ये लग रहा है सबको,
हाँ सर.
क्योंकि यहाँ पर क्वेश्चन में खुद पूछा है कि एसिड हाइड्रोलाइसिस हाइड्रोलाइज करना है हम लोग को, और कोई भी कंपाउंड को हाइड्रोलाइज आप लोग करो इसमें से, तो वही एग्जांपल हम लोग इथिल एसिटेट को हाइड्रोलाइज करेंगे तो एसिटिक एसिड. राइट. दीस आर द क्वेश्चंस.
हाँ.
और क्वेश्चन करने हैं? मेरे ख्याल से काफी है. तो और क्वेश्चंस भी आप लोग को मिल जाएंगे अगर आपको लगे तो. ठीक है. एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम योर साइड? यहाँ पर हमारा कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड कंप्लीट हो रहा है. नेक्स्ट हम लोग को देखना रहेगा हमारा, क्या देखना रहेगा हम लोग को, अल्डिहाइड्स एंड कीटोन हम लोग को कवर करना. ओके. सो वी विल एंड इन टुडेस मीटिंग. तो आप लोग अच्छे से इसको रिफर करो. दोनों भी चैप्टर्स आप लोग आपके नॉलेज के लिए अच्छे रहेंगे. जहाँ आप लोग अमाइंस कवर करोगे तो अमाइंस में आप लोग OC2 में एरोमेटिक अमाइंस पढ़ोगे. बात समझ में आ रही है? तो OC1 में हमारा थोड़ा सा बेस क्लियर हुआ है. OC2 में हम लोग एरोमेटिक अमाइंस पढ़ने वाले हैं. और कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड और कार्बोनिक कंपाउंड्स तो बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. आगे आपको बहुत ज़्यादा ये सब चीज़ों की जरूरत पड़ने वाली है. बेस थोड़ा सा क्लियर रखते हैं. हम लोग कंप्लीट करते हैं हमारी आज की वीडियो. So we will meet at 6:15 tomorrow.
ओके सर.
करना मार्केट का टाइम हो जाएगा सर. 6:15 चालू करेंगे तो
जी
मगरिब हो जाएंगे. मगरिब खत्म होए तक
तो ये टाइम पे हम लोग फिनिश कर देंगे ना आसान से पहले. एक्चुअली प्रॉब्लम इज दैट कि वी आर यूजिंग सेम अकाउंट है ना, जितने भी टीचर्स यूज कर रहे हैं. मालूम पड़ा कल के दिन के उन्हें सर का लेक्चर चालू था, इस बीच में मैंने लॉगिन कर दिया. तो शेड्यूल थोड़ा सा उनका चेंज हो गया. 5:15 से 6:15 हो गया. हालांकि मैंने एक स्टूडेंट को पूछा भी था कि मीटिंग शुरू करने से पहले वहाँ पर एक इंडिकेशन दे रहा था कि यू वांट टू स्टॉप दिस मीटिंग. स्टूडेंट्स ने बोले कि कोई लेक्चर नहीं चला, बट हो रहा ये था कि कोई और ईयर में लेक्चर ले रहे होंगे सर. तो बेसिस पे आप लोग ठीक थे, पर दूसरे बच्चे इंगेज थे, इसीलिए हम लोग 15 को लेंगे कल का लेक्चर. 7 तक हम लोग कंप्लीट. ओके. थैंक यू सो मच.
थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू सर.